my beautiful people, Elise McDowell here, and today I've got another Q&A for you all. So today's question is based around bloggers and starting a blog and what money mindset advice I would give to a brand new blogger in their first year of blogging. So, since I have been exactly where you are right now, I can totally relate to this. I'll just give you a quick recap on my story. So I started blogging in 2011, but I didn't actually start my business properly until 2016. So for those first 5 years, I was just kind of messing around, experimenting, failing, learning, growing. And then in 2016, I decided, no, I'm going all in. I'm going serious. I am doing this for real. And I know I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it happen. And so for 6 months, I worked my butt off. Worked it like hard to the point where I was at that sort of sweet spot where I could actually quit my job and start working in my business full time. But I wasn't making, a full-time living yet. I had a way to go. I had a good amount of savings to back me up so that I could really dedicate my time to this. And what happened once I quit my job was all my mindset scarcity stuff came up. It was like, oh my God, what have I done? This was such a dumb idea. What if I run out of money? Oh my God, what if I don't make any more money? What if this is it? What if I don't actually get to that point where I'm making a full-time living from my blog? What happens if I have to go back and get a job? And so all of the crap came up, because I didn't have the cushion or security to rest on my job, on the security of my job, even though we know that jobs aren't secure, no matter what. So I realized I had to change some things, or I was going to wind back up in a job. It was going to happen because I just couldn't deal with it. And what I realized was that my whole life have been an employee. So when you go from switching from an employee to a business owner, it requires a huge mindset shift. You can't go into a business with an employee mindset, right? So you actually have to change how you think. And so that's when I started listening to podcasts. I would listen to motivational audios. I would read books, like money books specifically. So these things I'm listening to are specific to money and money mindset. So I would read books from Denise Duffield Thomas, from Abraham Hicks. I would read Jack Canfield. Basically any wealth consciousness books I could get my hands on, I would. But I found that I resonated more with audio, with listening. So what I would do is I would just download audiobooks, or some like random videos I found on YouTube, or some teachers that I followed who spoke about wealth consciousness or money mindset. And I would listen as I went for a walk every single day. And sometimes I'd go for like 2 walks a day just so I could get it like cemented into my mind each and every day. And I found that over time, it was having an effect on me. It was actually changing my psychology. It was changing how I was thinking. And so the more that I did that, and the more repetition that I did it, like every single day, I didn't miss a day. Especially, when you're trying to change your mindset, you need to keep doing these things every single day to actually have a powerful effect on you. And so I found that the more that I did this, the more I repeated it, the easier it got to not be fearful about money. And so when I took the pressure off myself, when instead of being in scarcity, I went neutral, it enabled me to allow in more money. And so obviously I started bringing in more money, and I wasn't doing anything different. I still had the same products, but I was making more money. I was getting more ideas on products I could create. Things started to flow. And then what happens is when it starts to flow, you start to expect it and you start to get used to it. And so there's like this trust that goes on between you and the universe, I guess you would say, that it will work out. It's going to be okay. It's got your back and you can keep going, but you've got to keep doing the work, because if you do all this work and then you stop and then you think, okay, I'm good, I've done enough now, it will come back. It always does come back. This work doesn't end. So yeah, that is the advice I would give to brand new bloggers when they're starting their blogs, especially if they have the intention of this being making a full-time living from this, or if they've already quit their job to do this. You have to prioritize that mindset work. You have to. You cannot get into a business having an employee mindset. It's a huge transition. When you've been trained your whole life to have a job and then all of a sudden you're working for yourself, that switch isn't automatic. It doesn't happen. You have to learn. So the best advice that I could give you is drown your mind with new information on changing your money mindset, on anything that you need to know in blogging, and just focus on it. Just listen to it every single day, until you get to that point where you're like, you know what? I'm good. I can now maintain it. I don't need to constantly strive to get up to, the peak of the mountain. It's like I'm at the peak of the mountain. Now it's just maintenance mode, okay? Like I said, this work never ends. So, my beautiful friend, I hope that was helpful for you. And if you have any questions, of course, you can come over to the Happy Wealth Facebook group at facebook.com/happywealth and ask it in there. Other than that, I'll see you in the next episode.